front bumper off the car, as if you need to find a video for that. There's other people who have posted that, but here's my Treadstone intercooler that we're installing. And I've already removed the lower bar. The next step is to remove this, and here's the intercooler hiding back here. It's a little bitty with some clips over here. That sensor right there that's uninstalled, that's unplugged, is the sensor for the boost for your intake air temperature. But you're going to remove this little clip right here. And there is your clip holding your clamp holding your intercooler in. So I'm going to start undoing this, and I will piece this video together as we go. So here's the other side of the intercooler with the same little clip type thing. There's a bolt holding in. And here is your hot side of your charge pipe. So I had to remove the upper piece to the condenser for the air conditioner. There's two little clips right here. You just raise it up slightly. The intercooler is completely loose, and it's going to have to come straight out the front to fit this way, which, as you see, is not hard. It'll come right out. But the difference in size is the large thing that you will notice when you get this out. Stock compared to the Treadstone intercoolers, as you can see, the plastic is very, I don't know, it's brittle to me. It just seems like this is just a terrible flow, but the size difference, this one is bigger, and there's a ton more rows in that one. My only complaint so far is there's been no instructions on how to do this. However, I've gotten it pretty close, even though I haven't put it on yet. I have it fairly close to the same angles. I'm not sure on the sensor here. I may have to do something with that because it's quite a bit different angle and shorter and everything, so we'll see about that. But this is the updated Treadstone piece, not the one that everybody was throwing a fit about. I removed the lower vent cover that forces air into the intercooler, and it looks as if I'm going to have to remove these wings and all this stuff out of the way, all these air dams. I'm going to have to remove that. And it looks as if it's going to bolt to these bolts right here, which means I'm going to keep my crossbar, I hope, but so far everything looks to be going good. No complaints other than the instructions. Update. The bolt that goes into our air intake sensor here is way too short. It won't even bolt in. We're going to have to get a longer one of those. That's the first problem I've run into with this setup so far. Still not a big deal because I saved about $200 over a different brand intercooler so far. The brackets were on wrong when I had it before, which I noticed when I was installing here, and I had to remove the upper radiator mounts to get the access to move the intercooler that was down here out of the way. Okay, so after a short trip to Lowe's or Sutherland's, wherever your closest parts place is, I've come up with an M6 by 100 by 20, it looks like, and it fit in here. It's secured by sensor here very nicely, which I already had laying around due to I'm a motorcycle mechanic too. So just remember, 97 cents, you can fix the problem. It's not a big ordeal. It's just a pain in the butt to pick it up prior. So far I've had to remove all these pieces here because I'm not sure if that's going to be in the way yet or not, but it bolts onto these bolts right here. So I've loosened the bar where I get some clearance on both sides. These pieces are going to hook into these screws right here as it comes up. Right now they're going to hit the frame rail right here as we come up, so I'm getting some help out here because I don't want to damage it because I'm meticulous, and this is a show car for one, as if y'all can't see. Okay, so the intercooler is in there. It's in its place now. It's still loose in here because I got some more stuff to put in, but the bar is going to fit. This harness will all clip back in, but the intake's out right now because this piece right here, we're going to have to cut right along this line to make this fit, and your lower plastic piece is in the way for a lower hose. If you can see that now, The lower plastic piece is right directly in front of it, as it is on the other side too. We're going to have to cut off the lower piece right there as well. That's two modifications that I've seen so far, which means we'll have to cut that piece too to get it back in. But all in all, it fits, and we're going to have to do just minor modifications, and I'll update some more as we go. But right now, this is open. It looks like the lower hose right here will fit. And after I've replaced this bolt, as I told you earlier, that's the only thing that has cost me out of pocket so far. Okay, intercooler is on the driver's side completely. You had to remove the little clip that clipped this to the bolt because that's in the way. However, that's all back in place. As you can see, I've trimmed off some of the stuff under here. This has been trimmed back where it was before. You couldn't even see this. It was all blocked in. So that's trimmed back. I'm not one for trimming plastics because my car is a show car. But when you order something that costs as much as this, you're going to make a little modification. But anyways, so this all fits. I've heard complaints of people saying that this does not fit. This fits without any modifications. I don't even have to extend this. It all fits. I don't care what people are going to whine and cry about. It all fits. Because I've heard complaints about people saying that it's too short or they had to extend that. This is the angle I cut off of the intake duct. If you do not cut this angle, it will not fit back in there. But it all fits. It's all tight. As I said, it's all in there. Bolted down tight. But as you can see, I cut it as close as I could possibly cut without modifying everything. This is a rubber. This is not a cut. My cuts are farther down here. My cut is actually right here. I cut it down here because I want it as long as possible because I retained stock. Okay, the underfairing on the car, the angle that I cut off was this. This is the little piece that was under here that was blocking my piece up. So I cut that off, and I'm going to have to do the same on the passenger side. This is what the stock piece looks. So my cut that I'm going to make is going to be down through here at that angle, and then I'm going to cut it up through there. I know I've already cut that off, but I'm going to have to cut this arm off because I didn't do it the first time, and I'm going to have to or it will not fit because this piece right here is actually interfering with the bracket. Okay, I'm showing you a Cobb Stage 1 map with a stock intercooler with 1 second of difference with a outside temperature of 93.4 and an intake temperature of 116.2. And I'm rising basically 10 miles in 1 second, 10 miles per hour. And my intake temperature, it rises 2 degrees in 1 second time. But that's not the big ordeal. So notice that this one here, I got to 129.3 and I'm not even at full throttle anymore, and I'm reaching 60 miles per hour. My intake temperature has rose a lot. I'm at almost 40 degrees there. This is the Stage 2 map with the Treadstone Intercooler that I installed earlier. So I'm at 81.6 degrees. It's night. It's cooler outside. But my intake temperature is 89.6. And in basically 10 miles per hour again, it did not rise any. And continuously, it did not rise. It actually cooled off as I got faster, as I was approaching 60. I had dropped. But I know some of you are going to say, on my PSI has dropped too, which is right here. My PSI is down from the other one, which yes, but I'm also probably in a higher gear, which right here, I was at 22.18. I have personally seen the Treadstone hit 26 PSI on a Stage 2 map. So while you didn't see that, but you're seeing it approach 20, and I'm not even at full throttle anymore, where I was at full throttle over here on the other map. But I just wanted to show you a small comparison over the two. And I'm in an automatic Mustang. I'm doing nothing different between the two, except for the map change. But this is the map that you're seeing here. It's a Stage 2 93 octane map and an automatic Ecoboost. And it's a US model. But that's the difference between the two. Treadstone compared to stock is a lot better. So if you like my install video, just give it a like. And if you want to see some more, leave it in the comments below and we will try to make that happen. Just tell us what you'd like to see and we'll do it. But thank you for now and peace.